is a big piece of it right in the middle off of what he's been able to do. So I just wanted to say that and all the things that have been so great with Zach. And if there's a guy that's been through it all, he didn't do the holdout. He didn't do the hold in. He just went in and he went to work. He said, that's my way of doing it. He didn't take a shot at anybody else. He said, I felt strongly about it. Appreciation for everything he's done coming out of Ferris State as a walk-on, released by the Baltimore Ravens, and finds himself now with another contract that really sets him up for life. I mean, he's the kind of guy that has now, when this is done and the guarantees and stuff come in, and by the way, they don't just do it because they like guys or they do it the right way. They do it because you're friggin' really good. And he has been back-to-back years of double-digit sacks and importance of the leadership. So I think that's one of those that everybody goes, hey, man, if there's a guy that deserves it. Well, I mean, there's a few more of us who would like to get, extension soon. But, hey, man, that guy has laid it on the line. There's no question about that. He has been really, really good. So anyway, we've got, besides all that stuff we're going to be getting to, we got a lot of news out of practice all weekend. So I had a hell of a weekend. I would go to, and God bless my wife. She's a great sport. I went to practice both Saturday and Sunday, and then sat around watching Yankee games.
What does she do during all this?
I don't know. We had some people over, and she was like,
and you just
can you turn baseball? It down at least? Yeah, I'll turn it down. One eye, hey, can you mind looking and talking to everybody while they're, yeah, okay. Well, listen, man, when you got that, and especially after that first night of with that comeback, oh my God, was just fantastic. Looked like they might get blown out early and down 6, and then still down like 9-4, and then all the way back and win the game with 3 in the ninth is just incredible. So a lot of really good stuff going on. Hey, we've got all kinds of Dolphin news. Will the 5 starting offensive linemen ever get a chance to play together? Gosh, I just hope so in September. Austin Jackson's supposed to be back for the opener at right tackle. He's going to be out a couple of weeks. So that's the good and bad news. But we just have not had our starting 5 offensive linemen, which I think can be a really, really good offensive line, one of the better offensive lines we've had. And so now it's time for guys that people don't think very much of, and Larry Borum, Keon Smith, and Jackson Carman to get their chances at right tackle to show what they can do. And they brought in some more guys. I saw they brought in Jermaine Ifedi, 31-year-old offensive tackle, another guy to come in here who's got a whole bunch of starts and see what he has. And they're just going to be bringing guys in. And then my gut feeling is at some point, when all the cuts are made and somebody looks like they got a better player than we do, and if they're not getting rid of them and they have enough and they look to be a little stacked at the tackle position, we either try to trade for a guy or we try to pick somebody up off of somebody's practice squad. And there could be a few of those. There could be one at cornerback position. There could be one on the offensive line, maybe 2 on the offensive line, as they come together with this thing. And this is a big week, man. This is all of a sudden you go from practicing against each other, and we'll do a couple more before you leave. And then they'll be practicing against Chicago this weekend. And then
did you happen to see the little video clip that came out from the Bears?
No.
They were practicing in their stadium over the weekend. They had Caleb Williams rolled out and just like lobbed one up to the other team. Or
no.
The other team.
To his defense?
Yeah. They were ripping him pretty good.
Well,
hey, that guy's got some pressure, huh?
Oh, listen, man. But between
the other guy played last
I've
year?
actually not even looked at that situation, but the situation I looked at is this situation with the Colts at quarterback.
Oh.
It's like, can somebody show some you gotta beat.
Hey, we were talking
guys.
About that game yesterday.
You friggin' gotta beat that team. They are begging you with that quarterback play they're getting.
Yep.
They're like, one of you two, we don't even care. You're both first-round picks, high first-round picks. One of you just show some consistency. That's all we want. We know we can hand off and run the ball a little bit. We need somebody that can throw it, that we can trust.
I get that the Dolphins have some weaknesses, but that team seems like a mess.
Well, listen,
right?
I will tell you, yes. And Woody, it's been
I can't believe they're not favored going into that game.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Game. Maybe it'll change.
Yeah, maybe it'll change as things go on over a couple weeks. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know it doesn't matter.
I know. You're just giving me the spread because that's
all
what
that
you
matters,
do. When you've
Joe.
been gone 2 weeks, you still come back and hit me with the spread right off the bat. But
we're getting close.
Besides all that, there have been a lot of guys that have had really good camps. I've actually enjoyed the practices. And I know everybody's focused on the cornerback position where Storm Duck looks right now. If somebody would have told me Storm Duck was going to be your number one cornerback, I didn't see that one coming. And he's had himself a good camp. He's taken advantage of his opportunities. And so now they got to get the rest, some more of these guys going. Sheffield, Armstrong look like they've been playing a lot. Mike Hilton's been playing a lot. And I'm guessing at some point Jack Jones is going to make a move here and get his chances as well to show that he can still play. All right. So anyway, we got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. It's all wild stuff. I don't know if anybody saw the 200-meter United States 200.
You showed us this morning.
Yeah. Wild. Bad blood. Love those guys. Love the ego of fast dudes.
Is that thing ever going to catch on?
No.
Get popular here?
No.
It had a chance with that show.
No.
And then
a lot of things I like don't get popular.
Tennis is blowing up.
No, tennis not blowing up.
Yeah, it is. They had huge ratings.
Okay.
You and a few others watched.
All right. You got your little shot in there, guy that's been gone for 2 weeks.
No, you guys actually did well with Wimbledon.
I don't need. You know what? I kind of like my break from you now. After I said all those nice things, I kind of like a break from you for a couple
golf
weeks.
Yesterday, I think there was some golf.
I didn't watch that golf. That was a golf warm up before the playoffs started. Yeah,
Sorry.
that was. I don't know if you saw the names on that.
No good.
A lot of guys said, "I'm going to go ahead and take one more week off here." You don't want to be the last event before the playoffs.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure you want to be that event in Palm Beach either because nobody plays in that thing. But it's just it's amazing that that event guys go, we're gonna practice a little extra here before we play for all that money over the next few weeks coming up here. Hey, speaking of all that, I want to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers this morning. Never gets old when you talk about South Florida Chevy dealers. Man, I want to let you know the products are fantastic. The SUV family is unbelievable. I know the kids are getting ready to go back to school. And I also know people are taking that last vacation before the kids hit back to school. Public, private school, really doesn't matter. You want to stay out of the airports, but you still want to take a little trip. Well, we might as well call it a Chevy SUV trip for you because we got some great SUVs. If you're looking to have the family together and want to go to the West Coast, head down to the Keys for a few days, do a little boating, or heading up to North Carolina, hit those mountains one last time, enjoy yourself at one of your favorite lakes, you can't go wrong. It's your South Florida Chevy dealers, the all-new Equinox. Man, it is fantastic. It's got convenient driver tech. It's got an unbelievable look and plenty of room for you and the whole family. And by the way, not only do we have the Equinox, we got the electric Equinox as well, which has been smoking hot. 2025 Traverse, I caught right under that Joe Tahoe that I love so much is that Traverse, and it is on fire. It's going to be moving up the ladder because it is a nice, comfortable SUV with all the space you need. Boy, I'll tell you what, and a look that is ridiculous right now. So I'm not always talking about Tahoes and Suburbans, our big boys, but they do have a lot of space to them. And hey, how about a Silverado truck before I check out here in a second? Silverado trucks, man. It's like they've custom made a Silverado truck for your enjoyment, your pleasure, and your work. Check it out. See your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers and convenient locations right here in South Florida.
Dolphins training camp moving along. How's it going? We'll fill you in, along with everything else happening in the NFL.
honestly, nobody else is doing in this situation. The guy showed up, all 10 practices. He didn't do, what do they call it? Hold in, hold out, hold part-time, hold it on the side. He didn't do a bunch of, he looks like he's a little upset today. That guy went out and worked the whole time, 10 days. Had that group, the defensive line group, in front of us for a lot of the practices. There he is over there with Benito Jones and all the rest of the guys, Grant and Phillips and Biggers, the three defensive line that we just drafted that are really important to the future, and future being as in a few weeks to get ready to go. And he's out there working with them, hands. They're asking questions, which is they should be. I always like when I see young guys wanting to get better and asking questions and all those things. So I don't want to make a big deal about it. Everybody knows the background. He wasn't a first-round pick, but he comes from a small school. He's been cut. He's been through that road. That road's a tough one. You get picked up, you don't know if they're going to pick you up and put you on a practice squad, or going to put you on an active squad, if they're going to play, if you're going to stand over on the sideline as a 53rd guy. And he came in, and since day one, first game he played right away on the roster, he plays every snap like it's a privilege and with great respect. And so I'm just glad to see it. And it's not taken away from anybody else. Every guy that gets one probably deserves it. The teams wouldn't be giving it to him. But this is going to be a big one for this team when you're serious and talking about, and that team feels like they're going to have a chance to make the playoffs, that they have that guy in the middle there. Now, on top of all that stuff, what the Marlins did, it's one of the best, I don't know, man, by far the best this year. And saying that, they went out and swept the Giants and Diamondbacks in 6 games on the West Coast when they were both going through really good, playing both teams playing great baseball. Matter of fact, since then, the Marlins have caught up to the Giants. Just unbelievable. The teams are passing every time they win or sweep somebody, or they're just moving up, getting closer to a playoff position. They're now back at 500. But I got to tell you what they did at home. First of all, it was great to see, Woody, more than 100,000 fans showed up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Crowds of 32, 34, and almost 35,000. And saw 3 really good baseball games. The big comeback Friday night, great pitching Saturday, and really dominated the game after opening, first guy up hit a home run. And then it was just all Marlins after that. Just played great. They've got Houston in town for 3. But it's a hell of a story. And I don't know how they're going to treat it nationally. Honestly, I don't care. But it's a hell of a story here. And we'll actually have the manager will join us a little bit later on. We'll talk to him and Skip and Clayton McCullough and find just as good a series as they've won, swept in a long, long time, because it was the Yankees.
This was the first time ever.
Well, first time ever but to beat the Yankees 3 straight.
First time ever I can remember talking about the Marlins for something other than
something bad,
attendance,
negative,
whatever, right?
Well, listen, we do want to thank Yankee fans for filling it up. Let's not forget that the Yankee fans did come out. They wanted to see their team, and it got loud when they do something great.
That's why it's interesting to see. Let's see how it goes. Like the team's playing as good as they could possibly play, right?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
It's a good product.
It hasn't been.
Let's see how it goes. We got the Astros in town now.
Well, they're going through this. This was when I saw this, and the Astros got a really good baseball team, and the Yankees without Judge, who's going to be back this week. But I'll tell you what, they've been doing this since this June. This thing is going right into August with. Winning 2 out of 3, winning 2 out of 3, win 5 in a row, win 4 in a row, win 7 in a row, or 8 in a row. And so anyway, well, you're right. But they kept their guys. I was glad to see that Alcantara stayed around, and Perez and Cabrera have really pitched well. Really, really pitched well so far. 5-6 innings, 1 run, no runs. So just a nice story. And it's from everybody. It's not just starting pitching. The relief pitching has been unbelievable. Stowers, a little cold there for a while, and then as you look at it, what's got 7 or 8 RBI on this trip with a grand slam and a 3-run homer. He's just so yeah. And
do you think they could finish the season over 500 realistically?
Oh yeah,
you do.
Yeah. Hey, look it. Did you think they'd be 500 with a third of the season left? I don't look at who they're playing anymore. The only team that just really destroyed them was the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers just put batting practice on them, and it was. But right now,
I mean, you have a shot for the wild card.
You do.
Like you're more than in the hunt. Like you got a shot. To the Mets? Are the Mets going to collapse?
Well, it'd be a big collapse because I believe all 3 teams on the wild card, they're at least 10 games over 500.
Yeah, you got the Cubs, Mets, and Padres.
Yeah. So anyway,
but the teams you're in front of, look, the Giants, same record. Reds are 4 games over.
The Giants doing the towel too.
Yeah,
Giants
Reds
start
are 4
bringing
games
guys
over.
up.
Can you catch the Padres? They're 12 games over. I mean, that's obviously
pretty
going
good
to be
team.
difficult.
Yeah,
but
pretty good team there. But you know what?
You'll get plenty of chances against the Mets.
Well, they got Mets and Phillies with a lot of baseball games coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, though, right? With this low payroll, people still nationally don't know a lot of the names. I think Alcantara and Stowers, right? After that, Stowers, like, what's he got? 24, 25 home runs now, and having himself hell of a year. Ramirez, the catcher, who they got from the Yankees, has quietly had himself really hitting the ball well with power. So some of those moves have worked, and I was just glad to see. And a lot of people said, hey, they could have had a couple of our pitchers, but they wanted a lot for them, and they didn't get it. And they said, we'll keep them, and they did. And so we'll see as football gets ready to start. As you said, Woody, before, we'll be down with the Miami Hurricanes Thursday. First day of pads, and listen, man, we love going down there. Those guys, they're great. Let us go down on the field. We're standing out there calling plays. No, I'm just joking, but it is cool. we do have a hell of a time down there.
Joking when he said he can suit up, man.
Nah, he didn't say. Well, he's joking around about that.
I don't know.
No way I'm running around down there. Like,
you keep in good shape.
Oh yeah, I'm just in fantastic shape.
You just
Thanks, Woody.
Have to power walk it.
Yeah. A little different walking 3 miles in the middle of the day, which, by the way, it's smoking hot out there. But
those kids are a little more athletic now than they were in your day, though.
They've got a real good football team, and I'm looking forward to everything. Looking forward to watching number 1 quarterback throw the ball, just like last year. And that story has just been. We just heard the national guy before coming on the show. He must have been about 20 minutes on Cam Ward. And how good Cam Ward has been, even with a roster that's a little shaky.
Yeah, well, that's nice that someone's talking about Cam Ward. He's the only person around now.
Well, he didn't get a lot. He didn't get a lot of talk during the draft.
Amazing. Remember going in last season how hyped these quarterbacks were because you had Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels, and this year it is like crickets for Cam Ward, man.
That's all right.
Like no one seems to care.
Well. Look, he puts up big numbers, or he gets this. I don't know if it's him as much. I don't think people think much of that roster.
No, and I'd also think the other problem is that Sanders kid in Cleveland. Is he still on a roster in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of, hey, man, you want to look for good preseason stories.
Boy, they
figure out
during the draft.
What the hell's going to happen in Cleveland.
That anchored ESPN's coverage there, watching him slip through the draft.
Well, they had the guys out there all weekend, and fun to go out there, man. I enjoy going to practice and watching. Hey, I got to tell you, Mike's practices have been more physical. They got after it again yesterday. Backed up. He did some different situational football, which you have to do before they practice against Chicago and they get after it. I'm curious to see what the line of scrimmage is going to look like everybody else, the cornerback. Everybody knows but they have a lot of guys having really good football camps. They have the Tyreek Hill stuff. It's interesting because he's out there and he is really going out of his way to be a really good teammate. Guys get hurt. He sprint. I'm just saying. He sprints over there. He
figured out the short yardage situation.
He figured out some of that,
so,
but
he's helping the coaches too.
He's helping. Good. No, he did. We'll get into all that stuff.
Yeah,
I knew you'd have that with your sarcasm this morning.
No,
it's fine.
If anyone can help, right?
But we need the guy, and I think we have learned when he talks. I'm sure Ann in communications and everybody else is just kind of looking at him like
they brace themselves.
Where is he going? He so he did. He said he didn't understand the offense for 3 years. He said he didn't take notes for 3 years. I don't know. I might keep that to myself. I don't know. Like, you just came off two of the three greatest years in the history of the franchise. They were. I mean, they were unbelievable. I just don't know, like, hey, man, for the first time, and my coach is pushing me, and it's good. And I'm like, Wes Welker wanted to push it too. So
we just got to get him started a little earlier, getting those kids to the pool.
And then the
that will really be.
I'm not sure what that was about. Was that Omar came out?
Excuse.
Was that Omar that came out?
Was it Omar grilling him about that? It's a valid.
I think Omar's the one that he came out late for stretching. Look at
Tyreek doesn't have a pool in his house. You can't just send him.
I'm guessing it was for lessons, is what I was guessing for. But
you don't think they come to him?
The other one is you made your points now. Sorry. Good. I know you haven't been around. Third and short. I guess he goes up to Devon Achane and says, "Hey, man, honestly, you shouldn't be running on third and short. We need one of the bigger backs to run." Which, by the way, I probably a good point. I don't know if it needs to come from Tyreek right now. I don't know when they said, "Hey, man, we need you to be a leader." I don't know if that was one of the things. But he goes, "Hey, man, I already told Devon, so don't think I'm talking behind his back. I told him what I thought, and we need Gordon or Wright or one of the other backs, running in those situations." Which, by the way, they might do. That might happen. A 210 to 220, 25-pound running back instead of Devon Achane. I'm sure Devon Achane I wouldn't want a guy coming up going, "Hey, dude, you shouldn't be in the game." That would be my really? Why don't you worry about it? Why don't you just show up on time and not worry about me? We need you, but I don't need to hear that stuff. It's
all in good fun though, right?
Hopefully. I hope they all are laughing about it, and then
I don't know a lot of running backs that would think that's funny.
No, nobody wants to have any, like, you're trying to get paid.
This day and age, yeah,
you don't need that. But anyway,
give it to his backup. Let him score the touchdown.
I got to tell you, he looks great out there running around. He and Watto having great camps, and it's just the other stuff. And I see, Pro Football Talk's got an article on, the late thing again. He just talked about not being late for team and stretching, and he missed one, or he was late for one. So
Omar followed it up, and then Tyreek was like, "Yeah, I'm in the back reading your tweets."
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not going to change. So don't you just laugh at this point? I know you guys
honestly
are big on the being on time thing.
I don't care about that.
Oh, you're done with it now.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. I think he got the message on a lot of other stuff that he got, and I think I'm going to stick with this. A lot of the fan base is not buying it. I think he's a really motivated dude to go out and have a good year, and he doesn't get all the footballs thrown to him. They're getting spread around. Waddle's getting a lot. I'm not reading into it, but yesterday he did get more throws his way and getting their timing and everything else. But
you're right, by the way. I mean, he does say some weird stuff, but you can tell that he's motivated.
Oh no, he's motivated.
To have a bounce back. I mean, he's very aware, at least aware of stuff people say.
I gotta tell you, he's signing. He's talked about the fan base. He stayed out. I just watching him when I'm out there. Look, you're gonna watch when you go out to a practice. You're gonna watch Tyreek Hill, and he's a different guy. And Mike's practices, have been a lot more physical. I think they're getting a lot more work done, and they got to find out. I'm glad they're being physical. They got to find out, and get a young defensive line ready to go, get an offensive line, find some backups. So a lot of good things. Please don't read into in the first week of practice of what you think is going to happen. I get it. They're reporting everything, and they should. Cornerback position, not exactly where you want to be. I'm guessing it'll be fine by the time this thing rolls around. By the way, I'll tell you who is playing really well and off to a great start in camp, and that's Minka Fitzpatrick. Had another interception yesterday down on the goal line on a drill, and ran it back. I don't know. Tyreek obviously caught him at about 70 yards, but catches everybody. See, that was the other thing. I was like, damn. Tyreek on this hot-ass day decided to go ahead and chase him and got out in front of him. Everybody just stopped. God, I'd like to be able to run like that just one time. That would have been fun. All right, we got to go to break, man. Got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on here. And Omar will join us a little bit later on. We'll get in the whole thing, Omar, and all the other stuff. Austin Jackson is going to miss some time. So right now, and again, we don't have our starting five. Boy, it's been hard for us to get the starting five together for any amount of time at all. So Larry Borum, Jackson Carmen, and Keon Smith will get the next guy up and get some chances to see what they can do. Right now, though, I want to talk about some different things here as we're talking this morning. Sports-related injuries, man. I hate talking about them, but sooner or later, they happen to everybody. And when they do, man, you always want to go to the best. I get it. We're lucky down here. We got Baptist Health South Florida. Saw a lot of the folks from Baptist Health out there this weekend. And, boy, people ask me almost all the time about their sports medicine program and how hard is it to get in to see these doctors and who are they taking care of again, Joe? And I go, well, they take care of Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, high school, college, and professional athletes from all over South Florida. In some cases, a lot of athletes come in from all over the country because they have some of the top specialists in the business: knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles doctors. They've seen it all, along with the team doctors they have. They have a lot of experience. They've seen your situation. Let's be honest. If you're competitive, doesn't matter, kids' age, your age, sooner or later we're going to get injured. That's just a fact. And when you do, you want to see the best in the business. And we have one of the top sports medicine programs in the country right here in our backyard with 3 great facilities: Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, out of Hard Rock Stadium, right next to the training facility, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. All you have to do is visit baptisthealth.net/ortho, get an appointment set up to see some of those great doctors. All they do is see athletes morning, noon, and night. One goal: it's about getting you healthy, playing the sports you love the most.
with them. It just keeps the engine rolling, you know what I'm saying, with the whole team. So it is important. The one day I did miss, though, I was just dropping the kids off to the pool. So, besides that, I'm out here every day, dog.
The longest time, though, you were coming out after everybody. Is that because you're stretching inside, or what's going on there?
No, I was just trying to see what I was talking about on Twitter before I came out. That's a serious answer, though. Was this last year? Yeah, that's a serious answer there. What? Did you want me to say more? You want me to expound on that? That's all I got to say. I just wanted to see what you guys were posting before I came out.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd like everybody to post that you keep catching footballs on deep crossing routes and comebacks and a couple of takeoffs and get that passing game like it looked a couple years ago. That's all I care about right now. Anyway, that was Tyreek Hill talking a little bit about taking the kids to swimming pool or swimming lessons or something. So anyway, the Miami Dolphins will be practicing and then taking off here on Wednesday to get set to have a practice with the Chicago Bears and then a game on Sunday, 1:00 game Sunday, and everybody will get a chance. I'm guessing we got a lot of guys going to be playing. We got a lot of young folks, and you'll get to see all the draft picks. And so anyway, we have a lot of news just to get you caught up on everything. Austin Jackson probably going to
with the Marlins, who completed their sweep of the Yankees with a 7-3 win. This is the first time the Marlins have ever swept the Yankees. The win gets Miami back to 500 at 55-55. Next up, the Astros will head to town for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. Over to the Dolphins, who were able to come to terms on a 3-year extension with Zach Sieler, paying him almost $68 million at 44, that guaranteed. That'll make him the highest paid defensive player on the team. And the Canes will continue training camp in Coral Gables this morning. We'll be taking the show on the road, broadcasting live from Canes camp on Thursday morning. A lot of stuff going on there, Joe.
All right, you're right, Woody, and looking forward to it. I think we're all kind of looking forward to seeing what the Canes look like, because they're going to be jumping into their schedule real quickly. Hell, they're going to start their season before the Miami Dolphins open their season, end of this month. Notre Dame.
Comes 4 weeks away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Jeez.
Notre Dame.
How's that for an opener?
That's his. By the way, it's great. I mean, to think you got Florida, and you have Notre Dame at home, and people asking for, everybody looking for tickets, and
you've gotten hit.
Well, the Gators fan base could fill up the stadium, and honestly, for this game, Miami Hurricane fans could fill up the stadium for this game. So yeah, you could sell a lot of tickets for.
Well, you have the potential in a month to be the number one team in the land.
Yeah, you go out and win those games without getting ahead of yourself a little bit. But you go out and win those games, and all of a sudden, you're in great shape. You
still got to win the ACC, though. I know that's what it all kind of boils down to.
Yes, we were hitting that hard last week. That if they end up where everybody has them ranked as a number 2 team in the ACC, then they'd be in great shape. That means they played in that ACC championship game and probably against Clemson, and that would do it. Clemson's got a really good football team, and we'll see what happens. Everybody knows the deal, man. Got SMU on the road. They got some tough games. There's nothing easy in that ACC. I know it gets ripped and it's not that good, and this team's not that good. All I know is every friggin' game, every week, just about, it looks like ACC has got a hell of a game. So,
well, the weird thing is now with college football, you know who's going to be good, but you never know who's going to bounce back, right? Because you can do it in 1 year. Like Florida State's kind of an interesting one. Did you see I think it was 4 people picked them to win the league in that silly little media poll that they had us vote in?
Well,
by the way, I think I had FSU at 15th or something.
All I know is that we saw what happened from a great transfer portal class that he had. And if this quarterback stays healthy, God only knows, they had a hell of a team. That Florida State team was unbelievable. They not only lost their starter, they lost their backup. They're down to number 3, and the voters, college football playoff voters, said no, they didn't invite them. And then they turned around the next year and they
lost a brutal opener.
They were terrible,
right? They were in that week 0 game in Ireland, right? And they lost a brutal opener, and they just it snowballed from there.
Well,
no, their coach, their players, they're confident, man. They seem like they think they're gonna have a bounce back. Well, it's just so many different players.
Woody, you're gonna have everybody's gonna show up there confident. Did you have anybody up there when you're looking? Wake Forest, everybody's confident about their chances.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, though? Like they do, it's the retooling, rebuilding is a little bit different nowadays.
Hey, man, the transfer portal you get the right guys to come in. Florida State is a great example. What they did a couple years ago, they hit the jackpot on that transfer portal. Now, they brought in a bunch of guys last year that didn't make a difference. Starting quarterback. Let's just go right to quarterback. I think did he finally turn pro? Is he in somebody's camp now?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he is.
Wow, they had the wrong guy, man. Miami hit the home run. They had the wrong guy. But that's how it's going to go every year, right?
Right.
There's going to be different quarterbacks. And it is weird, though, talking to Dabo Swinney, who thinks he can do it his way. I mean, he has been able to, but he's like, we're going to get guys that really want to be at Clemson, and we're going to get the right guys.
So he's got one advantage. My advantage for him is this. So he tells guys, hey, I'm big on the transfer portal, so whether you play a lot now, but you're going to play a lot for me because I believe in you guys. I'm not a transfer portal guy. Everybody knows that. He made that clear as soon as it came out. He was screaming, and I think so. He got 3 transfer portal guys on his team right now. That's the most he's had this past year. Picked up 3.
Yeah.
Mario picked that up in one day. And so I think it's an advantage. Like, I'm not saying all the guys stay, because some guys are going, I ain't good enough to play or take off. But he gets a lot of guys to stay around and going, we'll take care of you financially. We want our own guys. I want guys I recruited out of high school. And so we'll see how it works. But
you think it's sustainable to do it that way?
I think there is something to be said about same guys playing together for a few years in a row.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, the other side of it is I've seen it work. By the way, all the don't think Georgia and Alabama and those guys didn't go out and get. And Nick even jumped in that transfer portal. He went out and got himself a hell of a running back. He, and the same teams are getting rated, and can't keep them. A lot of schools on the West Coast, because of football and the way it's looked at, not USC, but other schools out there, Cal and Stanford and Washington State. A lot of the old Pac-10 or Pac-12 schools are getting hammered. Not Oregon, not USC. Leave them out of this. But some of the other schools, Cal lost a lot of guys. Oof, did they lose a lot of guys?
That's on you.
It's not on me. That's not on me, man.
Guys
want to go to bigger programs.
Oh, you and Aaron Rodgers got to pony up, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, they are stroking. I watched the piece on NFL Network with Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, what a stroke job that was.
They're going to be the number one
First of all,
team.
Tomlin gets benefit of the doubt
as
a head coach.
As he should.
That he can put fires. They're going to do it his
right?
way.
Doesn't he get he gets
yes,
it, right?
Yes,
okay.
yes, no
Good.
question. Jalen Ramsey's a great example of, like, everybody's going, Ramsey's going to buy into Tomlin. Sure. Tomlin will tell him, and he'll do it.
Ramsey's similar to Jimmy Butler. He will buy in for a little bit.
But that's all they want is a little bit, as in 1 year is all they
Jimmy
want.
loved it here for a little while, remember? How great the relationship was. It was perfect fit for him, remember?
Well,
Dwayne and everything.
But they won't. But that's a bad example, because Ramsey's got his money. He just wanted to play in the right place.
Oh, okay.
And he thinks this is the right place. They've signed all their guys, and they were bragging about the offense and the way Aaron Rodgers is throwing it. And so, hey, man, it's going to be a fun year. They hit hitting all the different divisions right now and talking about everybody and kind of putting a positive spin. I'm guessing on a lot of the teams. So we'll find out, man. It is right around the corner. Get through these camps. Don't get beat up. Get just enough work in there. You got a lot of guys getting banged up. I mean, there are a lot of guys. You go to a practice.
Twitter's a mess with it, man. All over the league.
It's going everywhere.
I told you yesterday, having with Savon Ahmed that was ugly.
Yeah, no, that one, Alec Ingold, first play, backed up yesterday, just goes down, collapses. I'm guessing it was a concussion. And but there's a guy that they need. Mm-hmm. He's a big part of this thing all the way around. It was good to see him walk off the field, but at first you're like, oh boy, what is he okay? So anyway, hey, Dolphins get a few guys back. They got some guys, that were out. Now they get their starting safeties will be back together. So that was good to see. Afatu Melifonwu is back there with Minka. And now, you got to wait on Ashton Davis, the third guy, because he's going to be out for a while. Yeah, and that's and you're just sitting there and looking every day. You bring the doctors in. All right, doc, what are we looking at? Well, I think he'll be back for the opener. Okay, that's good to hear. Because if not, we had to put him on IR for 4 weeks, and it's a different game, man. Trying to keep guys healthy. But I have noticed one thing I heard over the weekend. Everybody's camp seemed to be pretty physical. I heard guys talking about, we're picking it up as far as hitting a little bit, and Mike's been right in the middle of it with a lot of 11-on-11 drills yesterday of blitzes coming to running the ball. This camp looks to be, and maybe I'm wrong, Looks like it's been a more physical camp for this team and trying to speed up the process to get ready, especially you got to get some backup offensive linemen ready to go because the way this has gone, you just don't think you're going to be playing with the same 5 guys on the offensive line. And they got to find out in the next 3 weeks what they have at cornerback and can you trust them? And then you hope the front 7, which looks to be maybe the strength of the football team, the defensive front 7 looks really good. They got a lot of guys that look really, really good at this point. So that's where you are, man. Early in camp, don't want to read into anything too much. Good to see both guys on the outside, the receivers, getting them the ball down the field a little bit, especially on some of those routes that we didn't see a lot last year, but we saw a lot of year 1 and 2 with Waddle and Tyreek playing together and all those things. So we got a lot of football going on. And again, I think the only thing I would expect from the Miami Dolphins now is see how their guys play. And then at the end, when there's just one big cut that takes place after that last 3rd preseason game, which will be after Jacksonville, the Dolphins will be looking at everybody's roster, seeing if somebody has got some extra players that look better than what we have on the offensive line or cornerback position, looking to maybe upgrade and even potentially trade somebody before the cuts are made if a team's willing to do it. So that could happen. We'll get into a lot more stuff. Omar Kelly going to join us coming up here in the this 7:00 hour. He'll join us when we come back. We'll talk to Omar, get caught up on some of the things with this football team right now. And then on top of that, Clayton McCullough, the Marlins manager, will join us at 9:00 this morning as he got to be on a little bit of a high. No time to rest, though. Houston comes in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So looking for some really good baseball, see if the Marlins can keep this thing going down the stretch we go now. And they have gotten this thing back to 500. There's not one person out there that could tell me right now they saw that coming. 55-55. Wow. All right. We got to go to break here. Before we do, though, I want to tell you about protecting your home, especially hurricane season. And, you want to do all the right things. And if you've been talking about it, you haven't done it. And there you're going back and forth going, well, maybe we can get through one more year. We can save some money, get through one more year without impact windows and doors or a new roof. And I'm going, no, you don't need to do that. All you got to do is call Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Old leaky roof, replace your old roof now. You can pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on their legendary state-of-the-art impact windows and doors. Impact windows as low as $3 per window per month installed. So don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com or call 954-500-LOCK. They have a professional staff ready to take your phone calls. They can answer all your questions. Tell them Joe Rose said to give them a call. They cover all of South Florida, do great work for you. Whether it's the roofing part of this company and all the things are going on. Now they
he's just saying things to get your attention, to create headlines. Joe, we are at the point in the media when we learn it's a Tyreek day. We go, just because he's going to say three things that some aggregator is going to pick up and think is serious. Like, I didn't know the offense for 3 years.
Yeah.
I
don't know. But I just don't. He did say that. I didn't understand the offense for 3 years. I didn't take notes I'm just taking notes for the first time.
I've never taken notes. This is the first time I'm taking notes. This is a daily thing with Tyreek. We have gotten to the point where we just ignore it because we know who Tyreek is, and he's saying things to get attention and troll, and it's not real. Like, there's not one media member who didn't think he was going to be late to practice again.
No, by the way,
late for stretch,
I don't even care about it. I like seeing the guy in the football field. That's all I see. By the way, we've seen a better teammate on the field. We have seen a guy that you see him go run over to guys. I've noticed. You saw the effort. So he has really made it a point to act more like a leader on this team. Hey, by the way, let's get in some other stuff. I just want to get that out of the way real quickly. Austin Jackson going to be out a few weeks, a right tackle. Larry Borum, Jackson Carman, and Keon Smith. What are your thoughts on everybody's going to get a shot at this? Maybe even a new guy they just signed. But what do you think?
It's not good. None of the backups are good. Not so far. Larry Borum has been solid the last couple of days at right tackle. He's definitely not a left tackle. Neither is Ryan Hayes. They do not have a single left tackle on the roster. Keon Smith looked solid at left tackle the one day he worked earlier this week, and I was quite intrigued and interested to see what's the upside there. But man, and this is crazy to say because fans are not going to get it, but man, do I miss Liam Eichenberg.
When Eichenberg, do we have an idea when he's coming back? If they said they're hoping he's back for the start of the season, is that kind of the goal for Eichenberg right now?
Yeah, I'm assuming that was a knee scope, and the hope is that he'll be back for the start of the season. Maybe he begins the year. If he begins the year on IR, he'd miss 8 games. So more than likely they would have. I don't know that. Yes, it's possible.
You think they're already thinking about him being a backup tackle when he comes back?
I think right now, Joe, and I'm being dead honest with you. Eichenberg's tackle stint is way better than anything I'm seeing now. So he is the backup at everything except for center in my mind. Andrew Meyer has been very impressive. I think he's ready to be a number 2 center.
Yeah.
There was just no drop off when you watched him. When you watched him work with the unit while Aaron Brewer was out, and I was very impressed with him. Now, the rest of the backups, trash. Trash, Joe.
I know, but they got those guys got to get their feet wet and keep going, and they got to be in the drills like Mike's been running the last couple of days, a little more physical practices.
Yeah.
They need that work. They need to see everything, and they need to get kicked around a little bit and just get right back up. And we need one of those guys. I thought Keon Smith might be that guy. I know he's coming back from injury. I always thought he was an athletic guy.
I didn't like him at guard. I'm intrigued with what I'm seeing from tackle. Now that he's moved back to tackle, I'm like, okay, maybe there's something here. And I do understand he's coming back. He's probably a full year, 11 months into an ACL repair.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give Keon Smith grace. Like, we got Myers, we got Keon Smith, and we got Liam, and then Borum's going to be here. And Borum has been better as the first team right tackle since, and it's like I'm curious to see what it continues to look like. But he is definitely not a left tackle.
You don't think Brunskill? You're not a Brunskill fan, Daniel Brunskill. I think there.
He,
I want to see him playing these preseason games. I think he's
yes,
going to move up a
absolutely.
little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of these guys need to play in a preseason game, and the action needs to be live. And I'm sure Alexander Madison will help a lot of the offensive linemen because he's a pretty impressive back from what I've been looking at.
Man, me too.
I'm excited to see him when there's actual contact, people trying to tackle him. So, maybe my opinion of this offensive line, this backup offensive line, will change. But I will tell you this, Joe, I was getting excited for what I was seeing in those padded practices. Like I went into the day Austin Jackson missed, I was really excited to see what was going to happen that day, Joe, at practice, because you saw the steady progression from the first team offensive line. They were getting better and better and better. And then I was really excited to see if they were going to continue that trend upwards.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm with you, and I'm glad to see Mike's getting after it with these practices. So let's go to the other position. The cornerback position, Storm Duck has, I think, looked the best of the group so far. And then I see the orange jersey on, which means, he's playing pretty good. Sheffield, Armstrong, Hilton, Jones, anybody else for you?
Hilton, Jones, Armstrong, Bonner. Bonner's in there. Bonner's probably the number 4. Cam Smith, his days are numbered. I think that's pretty evident. I'm not even going to beat him up by talking about it. It is what it is.
He just needs to be on the field. It's,
it's not just he needs to be on the field.
Yeah, but I saw coaches' comments like, we listen, man, you're already kind of on double secret probation. We need to see you a little bit on the field, right? You got to be out there so we can evaluate you.
I don't play. I don't ride with that because you evaluate me and I'm not 100%. I'm dead man walking already. And a lot of his stuff is soft tissue stuff. So whether it's a hamstring or a groin, it's not going to get better without rest. We've been out
was for last week. It's really good. Hewers is playing his ass off, and he should be the third guy right now and just keep getting bigger. But he makes throws. When you make throws, you make throws, and he makes them.
All right, you're getting us excited, bro. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, speaking of excited, did you see how many people watched the Hall of Fame game?
Oh, no.
6.2 million viewers tuned in to watch the
that
2025 Hall
hungry
of Fame
for football. That is just a hungry for football. Actually, Chargers look really good. Lions did not look real good. Turned it over 5 times.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of
I watched a
backups
little
played in
bit.
that one. I didn't catch that one.
I
did
did
catch this, Joe. ESPN has agreed to acquire NFL media properties, including Red Zone, amongst other
Home
things
run
here.
there. Got to have that one.
Yeah. I mean, look, the only part of this that's very concerning, leave that thing alone. Don't put your ESPN spin on it, because everything ESPN touches usually turns to crap. And leave Stephen A out of all this stuff if we can.
Can we keep Stephen A out of the NFL?
Especially the Red Zone.
The
we don't need
topic
him
show.
screaming at us on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? There's enough basketball to go.
I think there's enough. And by the way, he can still touch on football during the week in his debates and stuff, but yeah, we don't need him on Sunday or Monday. Can you imagine? And you know what's going to happen.
Be on Monday.
Hey, joining us right now, Stephen A joins us. Stephen, your take.
Maybe he gets so wrapped up in the political stuff that he won't won't have time for it anymore.
I hope they keep some of our guys. That's what guys that join our show, the 3 or 4 guys we have from NFL Network. I hope. I saw Baldy over the weekend out there. Hope they don't.
I mean, it seems like there's enough of a demand for it, man. If 6.2 million people watch that crap,
they don't have
game.
They don't have a lot of extra bodies there. They've gotten rid of a lot of people at NFL Network.
Well, ESPN, I'm sure, is making plenty of money off their coverage. At least they have enough money to pay this guy who's on TV now.
All right,
boy. Anyway,
you're full of shots today. Did you notice you're full of shots?
Yeah,
you had shot buildup.
That's what happens when you take a couple weeks off. You see Tannenbaum on TV. All right, Joe, this is actually a serious story here. I don't know if you caught this by any chance. The story, the probe into the Heat and these game-worn jerseys.
Yeah, we
from the LeBron, Shaq, and D Wade era.
Yeah, we were going, man. Woody needs to be here for that. Yeah.
I know. Well, this story has been kind of increased a little bit here, because we had the National over the weekend, the big card show. Anyway, Joe, the Herald has reported investigation began 18 months ago. Includes game-worn jerseys from LeBron, Shaq, and D Wade. These were from over a decade ago. But what happened was LeBron would inscribe these jerseys that were then sold off by Upper Deck, and Upper Deck is one of the big names. They have Jordan. Like they have big names in this thing here, and their stuff, their holograms and authentication should count for something here. But says Upper Deck represented a jersey coming from Game 7 of the 2013 NBA Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers. Jersey signed by James, says ECF Game 7 as the date of the game. It says the jersey was sent out to a photo match expert. It did not match the game that resulted in the Heat winning the finals, or making it to the finals. The other was another jersey from the Jason Terry dunk game.
Yep.
Remember that one? That did not match that jersey, that game. They photo match these things to all these different games here. You got another one from game against the Bucks.
Wow.
That game was not matched to that specific game, but to any game, it says. So they couldn't match it to anything. These are jerseys that have sold, by the way, for very significant, as you can imagine, very significant amounts of money.
Well, you named 3 guys, man. That's the 3 names I mentioned last week.
And
the only one I can think of is Ray Allen hitting the shot in the corner in Game 6. Was that a Game 6?
It wouldn't even touch a LeBron.
No, not even close. I agree. LeBron,
Yeah.
I said LeBron's by himself. Anything LeBron right now.
Yeah, you get
sells.
LeBron's pregame underwear, that thing would probably sell for a ton of money. But yeah, this is when this stuff happens, by the way, these stories really suck, because it crushes your trust in the system, right? And you think that you're buying these, like, you go to Upper Deck because you want a real Jordan signature, right? Or you want a real Jordan thing or whatever, and
now you find this out.
you find out that they're Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this one here. The FBI is involved in this.
Oh yeah, man, this is big business now.
We have a retired Miami police officer went on to work for the NBA's security division, who's a person of interest here, Joe.
Yeah, I heard that. Did hear that over the last few days.
Yeah, that story is a tough one here. Another tough one. I don't know where you come out on this. You're big on the fat shaming thing here. Luka Doncic signed his extension with the Lakers. He's eligible to make like $500 million in a couple more years when he signs his new thing.
And he's still going to be a young guy, yes.
He has come out, as you've seen, I'm sure, and he is very skinny now.
Yeah.
He looks like he accomplished what the Mavs asked him to do in 6+ years with that organization. I think it's kind of BS that, like, he cried, I wanted to be here and this and that. And there is no doubt that organization spent that entire time trying to get him in shape.
They did.
And
know that for a fact. They did try to get him to change his habits, and he would not.
So to spite them,
he's a beer and cheeseburger, and I'm being serious. He's a beer and cheeseburger guy.
But to spite them, obviously he has gone and lost the weight, right? So you don't want me, and so he goes and loses the weight. Like, I think the whole thing is BS. Like, that organization spends all that time, money, effort, whatever, trying to get you in shape. And they finally say, like, enough is enough, and they trade you. And then you go, well, I'll show them.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know where you come out on that story, but it just seems weird that, like, right after they trade him, he finally, like, oh, now I'll just lose the weight.
Yep.
But let me cry about, how I wanted to be here so badly.
Well, he's going to make a lot of money as a skinny Luka with the Lakers over the next 7 or 8 years.
You see, we celebrated the extension, by the way.
What did I see? He went to Vegas to a Backstreet Boy concert.
Yeah, he went
something?
to see the Backstreet Boys at the.
Yeah, everybody got to see. Have you haven't seen the Backstreet Boys?
I have not actually. Have you?
Well, of course I did. I had kids that wanted to go. I had to sit there.
They're very popular still.
I saw both of them. What was the other boy band?
NSYNC.
I saw them.
Yeah, you saw NSYNC.
You see one, you got to see both.
Nice.
And I saw the other three brothers, the Jonas Brothers.
98 Degrees had a little bit of time there.
Been to those are concerts I've been to recently. Well, in the years, and then of course now it's Michael Bublé.
Well, a lot of them are touring. I mean, I assume they need the money. But
all the boy bands made a big comeback, Woody.
That show at the Sphere is supposed to be fantastic. I mean, nothing could be bad at the Sphere. Like, that place is awesome. But
no,
so we're giving away a trip to
where?
Did you catch that by any chance?
No, I haven't caught anything. What, you think all day Dan Day was going to tell me about a trip?
You guys didn't do this last week?
No.
All right. Anyway, how'd you like to see the Zach
Are you trying
Brown
to
band?
up your value here by telling the kid taking a shot at the kid he didn't do it?
No. I love Dan Day, and my value is still low, but I can read this for you, Joe. I will tell you that the Zach Brown band is going to be at the Sphere this December. It is easy to enter. You can log on to the Odyssey app and listen to WQAM for 1 hour. For more chances, listen every day. You'll have a chance to win. Winner receives round-trip airfare to Vegas, 2 tickets to see Zach Brown, and a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, which is directly connected to the Sphere. Don't miss out. Log on to the Odyssey app now. This is a national contest.
Oh, man.
For more info, go to odyssey.com/Zach, spelled Z-A-C.
Okay.
And a special thanks to Messina Touring Group.
All right.
The Sphere
Woody,
is
man,
good, man. Even you would like a show.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I like Get the White to Vegas. I would like that.
Yeah. Did you make it to Coldplay by any chance? While they were here? No.
You should have gone.
I did.
You did go?
Of course I went.
Oh, man. I should have known.
Incredible.
You love Coldplay.
It was so good.
Good. I
it
heard.
Really was good.
No, a lot of people said it was a great concert.
Yeah.
It was two nights.
Two nights.
It's
a life-changing experience.
Yeah, of course. I was hoping to help you come back in a better mood. Hey, 8 o'clock hours coming up here. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows.
survive. No one sells for less. No one. Starting with the Marlins, who completed their sweep of the Yankees with a 7-3 win. This is the first time the Marlins have ever swept the Yankees. The win gets Miami back to 500 at 55-55. Next up, the Astros will head to town for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. Over to the Dolphins, who are able to come to terms on a 3-year extension with Zach Sieler, paying him almost $68 million with $44 that guaranteed. That'll make him the highest paid defensive player on the team. And the Canes will continue training camp in Coral Gables this morning. We'll be taking the show on the road, broadcasting live from Canes camp on Thursday morning. Certainly looking forward to that one, Joe.
All right, Woody. And, yeah, man, I got to tell you, it's going to be fun Thursday being out with the Canes and first day of pads on. And, man, it's off and running. And I'm guessing they're already starting to watch tape of Notre Dame. Pretty simple game plan. They're going to try to get physical. They got a big-ass offense. Notre Dame's had a big offensive line since I was like 12 years old, haven't they? Haven't they always been big and physical and try to get after you? And we'll see how the front seven defensively for the Miami Hurricanes. That, to me, like, before we even get into everything, there's number one for you. There's number one key. By the way, we do have a lot of stuff, man. Marlins, maybe the most impressive sweep they've had in baseball in a long, long time. Being able, and I know Judge is out, not playing. I think he expected back this week. But be able to come back on a Friday night down, 6-0, 9-4, come all the way back and win that game 13-12 with 3 in the ninth. Then come out, get a great pitching performance, shut out the Yankees. Ramirez, the rookie that they got in the Yankee deal for Jazz Chisholm, hits 2 home runs, 2 solo shots. Perez was outstanding pitching in that game. And then yesterday, after being down 1-0 after the first swing of the game, Stowers hits a 3-run homer. It's his second one in this, had a grand slam also. So they went 7-3. It's playing great. No time to rest. The Astros are in town Monday tonight, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But they have, I thought what they did on the West Coast with the Giants and the Diamondbacks, getting 6 straight from those two teams, and that West Coast swing was impressive. But, man, that one, and I think a lot of it had to do with 32,000 the first night, a little more than 32,000, a little more than 34,000 on Saturday, and yesterday almost 35,000. They had over 100,000. We don't say this. We never say this. They had over 100,000 fans show up for 3 games at Marlins Ballpark. How about that? How about that? So, nice story there. And congratulations to Zach Sieler, who got a 3-year, $67 million extension, $44 million, a little more than $44 million guaranteed. And so Zach is, that's what he wanted. And the way he handled it, we may never see another guy that wants a new contract sit out of that did not sit out. Stayed on the field for all 10 practices, team, individual, did not hold out, didn't do anything, made it clear he wanted his money. They knew it. And by the way, he had all the cards, man. He had all the best cards for that game of poker, man, because he had 3 young guys, and his importance to those 3 young guys outside of their coach is unbelievable. For what he needs to do. Austin Clark is a defensive line coach and a really good coach. But having Zach in the middle for those 3 guys, Grant, Phillips, and Biggers, is huge. Really going to be big. So he got it, and you couldn't be happier for that guy. And they haven't been giving out money this year. Everybody knows the money was all given out last year. And so I'm really happy. I really like Zach. I don't mind saying you like some guys and appreciate the way they go. But this guy, his road, I think a lot of it has to do with the fan in all of us, has to do with you come from Ferris State. You had to walk on there. You get bigger and bigger, and you're physical, and you get drafted in the 7th round by the Ravens. but they cut you. And you get picked up by the Dolphins. At that point, when he got cut, we were looking to get anything to help our team get better and looking for potential. And Chris hit a home run on that one. Chris Greer hit a home run on a guy that was that good. Only defensive tackle, I believe, to have double-digit in sacks the last 2 years. And durable, productive, 75 tackle guy, a lot of hits on the quarterback, stays in, plays every snap, and a leader, man. So a lot of good
Everyone
things.
agrees on this one, at least.
Yeah.
Though, right? I mean, you're not going to have anyone text in this morning like they shouldn't have paid this guy.
No. By the way, actually, it reinforces that they're trying to win. It reinforces.
I don't think that needed reinforcement.
Well, you know, people say, they're not
world,
worth.
I suppose.
But it just, and I do like the way they're talking, the way they're walking out there, the things they're saying. By the way, this has nothing to do with the fans, has nothing to do with the media. It has to do with those guys in that locker. Everything has to do with, we don't win 8 games or 9 games. We don't win 10 games. We don't win, the team does. If you don't play well in cold weather, it has nothing to do with the fans or the media. You can have guys you like or don't like in the media, but has nothing to do with what they write. So I heard this over the weekend, and I disagreed. I was out there all weekend trying to get caught up because Jimmy Cefalo and I have the game, and Goldie and Bo will be doing CBS, doing the TV broadcast. So we're just talking. They go, yeah, we feel like, because the media has been a little negative on the team. I say, hey. I don't buy that. I stopped them. I don't buy that. Whoa. No. No. The media reports, those guys, I know people don't believe it all the time. They're like fans. They want to have a good product. Everybody wants to have a good product. It's better to have a lot of great stories and those guys give you stuff and instead of all the other stuff that's been going around the team. Has nothing to do with the media. And media and the fans just listen to the media. Our fan base is very knowledgeable. I'm not saying everybody, but most of the fan base is very knowledgeable about how the team plays against certain teams, certain times of the year. Those things have popped up. They know the players that can play. They know the drama. They know the good, the bad. They have a pretty good idea. Now, listen, we're going to have debates on new guys this time of the year and who should play and who shouldn't play. And like Omar's been all over this Willie Gay thing. I'm saying, hey, man, Jordan Brooks and Tyrell Dotson are really good players. Tyrell Dotson came in here from Seattle. He kicked ass. Like, I'm not just going to put Willie Gay ahead of him, but they'll all play a lot. I'm not reading into one's going to play more than the other, and Willie Gay, he won't give Willie Gay. Like, they respect Willie Gay. Everybody's saying nice things about Willie Gay. We know about his resume with the Kansas City Chiefs and what he did. Yeah, we know that. He's been a good player. And the quarterback situation, now, I'm not trying to stir it up. I think Zach Wilson should be the backup quarterback. His 33 starts and that crummy, disgusting, and the coaching that he got with the Jets was with everybody else. Everybody else that's been there had the same thing. We got guys still trying to beat it, and we'll see if finally Justin Fields can figure it out with a new coaching staff and a bunch of new faces at the top. But I sat and watched Quinn Ewers make a lot of good throws and some strong throws. And things aren't going to change. The only way things will change is if Zach Wilson is horrible in the preseason. Oh. And even then, I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, look, all kidding aside, like it is good to see. Like,
it's good either way. Yeah. So that's my point,
because
Woody. Good point by you.
Well, last season went off the rails because of that, right? Because you were fishing around for practice squad guys.
Right. We can't ever go through that.
That doesn't seem like they're going to.
Don't ever go with.
Best case scenario, this guy is Brock Purdy, right? which would be awesome.
I think, listen, anybody that's watched Quinn Ewers throw, first of all, I got to add this, he's been really accurate. His arm, he threw the ball down the field over the weekend. Now, the writers, some of them have seen him more than I have and weren't surprised. Got a really, really good arm. And he's, again, you can only do what you're asked to do, right? In practice and who they put him with. And
we've seen this before, though. We've seen guys play well in camp. And
well, listen, whether it's fair or not, he has one thing in common. He and Skyler are taking the same round.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And Skyler was a love affair for our fan base.
Well, but you know why that is, and you know why.
Had a good preseason.
I'm joking with you about a QB controversy. Like, I'm joking with you about it, but I mean, it's not joking because there are people that do not believe that QB1 is capable.
QB1.
You know that, though. You know that there's.
I'm here because you're back again. Hey, QB1 should be the starting quarterback.
I'm not saying he should.
Clearly the best quarterback.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't, and he is. Yes, he is. But I'm just telling you, you know that there are fans that have given up on that guy.
Yes.
That don't think he's the guy.
Well,
you know that, though.
I think the biggest knock on him is not that. The biggest knock is you can't stay healthy 17 games.
I think that would be the biggest knock, but I do also think there's
a
big
one.
Group of fans out there, I don't know how big or small, but that don't think that he can play at a high level and win the big games.
Okay.
Which
I want to find that out.
Is fair because he hasn't proven that he can.
I want to find out. I want to see him. And listen, he stays healthy 17 games. Some of the better quarterbacks that on the good teams will beat him. It will happen. We're not going 17-0 with.
I am very aware of that.
Yeah. But you do want to see him play well. And the opportunities he has, whether it's a little rainy, cold, hot, whatever. Indoor, outdoor.
Look, man, they still got those same weapons on offense.
He's got some good ones. Waddle's had a really good camp. Jalen Waddle looks like a different guy, and I hope that's the case. And Tyreek has really picked it up over the last few days and more involved in everything else. And obviously, as Omar says, well, when he talks, everybody's going to listen. And whether he was joking or not, I think he does need attention. You agree with that? He needs attention.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. He needs.
Yeah. I disagree. So Omar was going on about Noah Lyles and how Noah Lyles needs.
I didn't talk to him about that, but you're saying on social media.
Yeah, on social media, he was going on about it and how they're similar. I think Noah Lyles is a guy that just has to promote his sport because it's irrelevant. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm not trying to get you riled up here, but you know that their sport is largely irrelevant.
Yes.
Tyreek,
a lot of people don't care about track.
Tyreek does not need to go on a video game stream or on a podcast or any of that stuff.
But I think he feels he does.
But Tyreek is relevant regardless, man.
He is.
I mean, he doesn't need to do that stuff.
But I think for his own product, he thinks he does.
You are one of the best players in the biggest sports league in the world.
Correct.
You don't need to do all the extra stuff. But I get that he does seem to really like the attention.
I don't think Devon Achan's mad at him because I think he said it in passing. He didn't sit him down and go, I got to have a serious conversation with you. I mean, you shouldn't be 3rd and 1. You should never get the ball. Because Achan would go, I should get the ball because I can beat you and everybody else on this team in a race. And I got a chance to get to the house faster than you can. But I think they joke with
in this day and age in the NFL. I don't think guys want to have the ball taken out of their hands.
In the what?
I don't think a running back wants to have the ball taken out of his hands. I don't think he wants, that can't feel good. I don't care how much of a joke it is. It can't feel good to have your top wide receiver out there say, we got to get the ball out of this guy's hands. Sure, you are.
Devon Achan is trying to get a new contract. By the way, next on the list.
That ought to help.
And he's already going, I really need over 1,000 yards. I need to stay healthy. I need to get that yards per carry up to about 5.48, 4.9, 5.1 yards per carry.
He's very aware that they can replace him with a cheap 3rd or 4th round pick.
Well,
and they can, right? That's how the running back position has gone, unless you're Saquon Barkley.
The only thing I would say that he's got going for him is he's by far the fastest running back in football.
Okay.
I mean, he runs 10-1, 10-200 meter a few years ago at Texas A&M.
Yeah, he has a bad season, banged up, whatever. They'll replace him with a draft pick.
Then they will, yes. Yes. Yeah, you get taken down from and you have a bad injury. And listen, the position of running back is you get hurt. There's a reason you got to have 3, 4, 5 guys because a lot of guys get hurt.
That position has been devalued so much over the years. From the feature, remember you used to have the feature back?
Yes. Well,
how many of those do we got going now? For all of our fantasy football people out there about to start drafting.
When I played, there was a lot of guys. OJ, those guys were getting a lot of carries, man. A lot of.
Yeah. Or they get 20-something carries a game.
A lot of guys carrying.
Guys are getting that now?
A lot of guys trying to get that 2,000 yards, which, by the way, is kind of good last year. We had 2 guys kind of flirting around with 2,000 in the regular season because one guy did go over 2,000 yards. All right, we got to go to break. More stuff to get to here. And by the way, if you're just joining us, Clayton McCullough, the Marlins manager, will join us at 9 o'clock. Nice enough to get up this morning. By the way, no time to rest and enjoy those 3 wins, man. Houston's in town already. Hell, they're probably at the game yesterday, waiting there watching. All right, we'll have more stuff coming up here, get you caught up with more news from the Miami Dolphins as well. But first, want to tell you about Around the Clock Air Conditioning Company. Oh, my gosh. They do so much. They really do, man. They got it rolling. Have now. I always like to throw out a few numbers with their around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. Trained and certified technicians, 135 trucks on the road, 7 days a week, 36 years in the business, man. Big Daddy Lenny started this thing 36 years ago. Wow. Built with 1 truck, working 7 days a week, and he was doing all the work, man. Has built it up through the years. We lost him a couple of years ago, but the great work ethic, the great work that they do with the best people, like trained and certified technicians, also licensed experienced plumbers, and also working on Saturday and Sunday, as I said before, because it's important. Also, if you need a new air conditioning unit, you need a new water heater, we've got tons of them in the warehouse ready to go for you, all different sizes. So when you have a problem, the goal is always same-day installation. That's the goal every day, especially with this crazy heat going on right now. Nobody wants a dead air conditioning unit. Financing plans as well to help you out, family-owned and operating, going stronger than ever at Around-the-Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing. The next time you have a problem, just go to 1-888-FIX-MY-AC. That's 1-888-349-6922. Here we go. For Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roof.
though. I was just dropping the kids off to the pool. So, I mean, besides that, I'm out here every day, dog.
The longest time, though, you were coming out after everybody. Is that because you're stretching inside, or what's going on there?
No, I was just trying to see what I was talking about on Twitter before I came out. That's a serious answer, though. Was this last year? Yeah, that's a serious answer there. What? Did you want me to say more? You want me to expound on that? That's all I got to say. I just wanted to see what you guys were posting before I came out.
All right, that was the entertainment. Tyreek Hill. I don't get being late. Okay, I just don't. I'm old school. I don't get being late. I get emergencies pop up. Things happen at home. You know, you call. I'm going to be late. You show it. That was a big thing last year, but I'm guessing team has talked to him. But I don't know, man. I try to block out whether he's talking about didn't know anything about the offense the first 3 years, never took any notes. Like why would you say that? What do you get? What? So you know everybody's going to write it, and it's just like, and the national people are going to take it more seriously than the locals that are around him and go, oh, he's just looking for attention. And then third and short, hey, I told Devon Achane, hey, Devon, honestly, man, you need to be out of the game. We need to give it to Gordon or Wright, not you. I don't know. We got a whole bunch of coaches making a lot of money to make that decision. We just need you to run and get open and make big plays. That's all we need. We're not asking you to, you want to pat a couple guys on the back and.
Like we were just saying, I don't think any of the stuff he's saying is mean-spirited, but like, it's not ideal, right? Like telling the coaches how to use the running backs. I
think they're all used to it. I don't even think Mike responds to it. Do you? Like he said he was going to punch Mike last year. Did he respond to
like
this?
A small little BS response, but yeah, because the problem is because he gets asked about it, right?
Hey, honestly, this goes back to what I said 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months. They need him. They need him.
Yeah.
So they're doing everything they can to get him to be a team guy and hoping he's really bought in. He's saying all the right things. He's signing autographs longer and he's staying out longer and he's working his ass off on the field. If you go out and watch him, the guy works. And he enjoys being out there. I've always said the guy looks like he truly enjoys being out on a football field. It's just the other stuff, and then everybody picks up that stuff. I see Pro Football Talk. Mike's got it all over the place. And
well, the good news is they won't be as big of a story now, right? Like the Dolphins were an easy target a few weeks ago when there was nothing going on. Mike even said the same thing, right? He's like, there's just not a lot going on in the NFL world right now, and the Dolphins are an easy target for the national people to take aim at. But now there's the Cowboys story. I think it'll be a bigger story.
Oh, no. And people are going to start looking, taking a closer look at all these quarterback competitions.
Yeah.
This thing in Indianapolis that's going on with the Colts right now, back and forth with these two. And you're right, the Cleveland Browns story and the Aaron Rodgers story taking over there. And
the Dallas thing's getting juicier by the day, though, huh?
Yeah, but Jerry likes it too. Now Jerry can't get, there's owner ego. That's a different level ego. That guy, hey, I know you're booing me. I know what you're doing. He ain't going anywhere. You know, at the end of the day, I get every deal done. I get it done, and it'll get done again. I'm not even paying attention to that man telling me he don't want to be on my team.
And it will get done, probably.
Yes.
I would assume, yeah.
Yes. But you have to pay every time he waits and another guy signs. He got to pay more money.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, that guy goes, I still think I'm the best player. Been double-digit sacks.
He might be.
He might be the best of all of them, yes.
Right in there.
He might be the best of all of them. So anyway, but there is a lot of storylines. There's a lot of good stories out there. And as long as the Dolphins and Tyreek can get this passing game, the explosive plays down the field going like they did before last year, the 2 years, one of the great passing games we've ever had in the history of this franchise. It felt like Clayton and Duper, right? For a couple years, we were talking about that. It felt like Danny and Mark with Tyreek and Jalen and Tua.
Yeah.
So
it's just funny. Like the Dolphins will be on the back burner for a bit. Like the topic they're talking about now, they were asking if J.J. McCarthy, if he can be just averaged, are the Vikings Super Bowl contenders.
If who?
J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know.
There you go, man. Like, again, the Dolphins are not going to be the focus of the
I will tell you, though,
unless something big happens.
People are saying, the guy, JJ, it's on you, man. You got all kinds of weapons.
Yeah.
You're loaded.
They got the Cowboys. They said, is this the best supporting cast that Dak Prescott has had since his rookie season?
See, Dak Prescott, to me, is not getting a hall pass either. He making more than anybody, and he's not showing he can win big games.
No, Dak Prescott is like Ryan Tannehill, like 2.0. They're like the same person.
Boy, and Jerry just loves his team. And, hey, God bless Jerry. Jerry is a marketing genius. He is.
I guess.
He's got the most valuable sports franchise in the world. In the world. Not even close. His thing's way over $10 billion.
I mean, in fairness, you could run the Cowboys and they'd still be the most valuable franchise in the world.
Oh, football right now, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
You saying it's hard to kind of screw up the value because it keeps going up. Well, got some new TV contracts. I see all the apps are in. Hell yeah, here we go. Thank you, Netflix.
Boy, ever since they put that moron Rose in charge of the Cowboys, that thing has just really plummeted in value.
Yeah, man.
I don't think so.
They're booing him, saying they want their pass rusher, and he goes, I heard you today. I heard you. Heard you out there. Doesn't mean anything. He's going to be here. I don't care how many times he tells you he wants to be traded and things that have been said. Money takes care of everything, and being a Dallas Cowboy.
I hate that he talks out there every game right before the coach. That is the worst. That is the worst.
You put your coach in such a bad but if you take the job, you know it's coming.
Yep.
You took it. And you know what I hear everybody say? There's only 32 of them. What are you going to do? Not take it?
Sure.
So if people aren't aware of that, right after the game, before the head coach can talk, Jerry Jones tells him what he saw during the game. And now the head coach got to answer Jerry Jones questions and then talk about his team. That'd be tough.
Not a good situation.
The Eagles beat you by 30, and you got to, and he's just saying it's not acceptable. And the owner can't go, well, I don't pick the players. The friggin' owner and his kid do.
Well, that's why the Stephen Ross situation is really ideal, isn't it? You got an owner that doesn't speak.
Stays out of it. Can't stop by practice the other day. People were even surprised to see him. His family comes out a little bit. Future owners of the team do come around a little bit.
Throws money at every problem. Throws money at stuff that isn't a problem, right? You need a new facility. Here you go.
Yes.
Like, he's kind of the ideal owner, isn't he?
Well,
I know some of his decisions.
Well, that's what
ideal,
fans don't have a problem with the money spends. The problem is fans think sometimes he falls in love with people in his organization that they don't think they should be there. That's been only knock on him. But he's not running the show every day. He didn't come in and say, draft this guy, draft that guy. I don't think he's ever done that. All right, we got to go to break, man. We've got a lot of good stuff to get to here.
By the way, I don't blame him for not doing a rebuild this time around. I know a lot of people wanted the rebuild and, fire everyone. Like, I get it. At his age, he doesn't want to do that again. I get that.
They want to run it back with the guys that he has under contract and tell him
I'm way off base. Ross is the problem.
The Ross is the problem?
Yeah. I just don't agree with that. I don't think that he's the problem.
The only problem is that people are upset with right after the season and loss of the Jets that a press release ready to go that said everybody will be back. That's why.
And he probably decided, hey, I'm 85 years old. I don't want to go through another 6-year, roll of the dice to see if it works.
I think Mike met with them before that Jets game and said, what's the deal? Say, we think we can stay healthy. We still have a really good team. And I think he set up said, hey, we're not spending a lot of money. I'm not doing what we did last year. And
I also think Stephen Ross is a smart man. I don't think he's an idiot, Joe. I don't think these guys have feed him stuff and he just goes, yes, whatever you say, Chris. Like, I don't think that's the case.
I agree. I think
he's obviously a smart guy.
I think he's got people around him, but at the end of the day, he is the only one that made that decision to have everybody back. That was he said, and I think he likes them. I think he likes them. I think he likes a relationship with them. But we got to win more games.
I just think firing the GM and coach makes things very, very messy, right? Because then you gotta get rid of your quarterback. You just paid a lot of money to.
No, everything's tied in. No, the Tua deal's tied in with Mike gets the most out of Tua. I don't disagree with all that. So
he didn't want to go down that road, and that's understandable. Whether people like,
I think Mike wanted. I think the owner wanted. Again, I haven't told anything about their meetings, but if I was to hear about the meetings, that our owners, the smart guys you said, and would want to know what's game plan for us to get better. What are we doing about the quarterback situation? Let's start with that because that's the first thing. We can't count on Tua playing 17 games, so what do we work? You guys can tell him fall better, slide better, throw the ball away faster, all those things, but what's the other plan? What's the insurance plan? And go, wait, we're going Zach. They signed Zach Wilson right after free agency. I mean, that thing started, and it was like, Zach Wilson joins the Miami Dolphins. Whoa, holy crap. Whoa, that was fast. And then Quinn Ewers, man, I got to tell you, I didn't think much of Quinn Ewers last year at Texas. I know everybody's told me he's banged up because I heard it all weekend. I go, man, he's making some throws, and he got a strong arm. Quinn Ewers got a strong arm.
Well, you know how that goes.
It's just fun to watch.
It's going to translate.
Oh, I know,
but pros, you never know.
But I got to tell you, man, it's just good to see. That's all I'm saying. I'm not reading. I'm just saying for the throws he took with the third group or running him a little bit with the second, and we'll see him in the preseason, and we can all see it together. But it looked pretty damn good. All right, we got to go to break here, man. A lot more stuff to get to here this morning. I do want to take a second to talk to you about something that I dealt with and maybe you haven't had to deal with yet. Low T and ED. Oh, man, I got to tell you, it's embarrassing. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. You had rock bottom when you talk about it. I mean, guys don't go around going, hey, buddies, hey, guys, come here. I didn't go around to all my guys. I got 4 or 5 of my guys. I didn't go, hey, guys, low T and ED have hit me and hit me hard. Come on, Joe. What are you doing? You can't tell people that. Well, I had it. And thank God I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. Oh, man, my energy level was better real fast. My sex drive was back, and I mean, it was shot there for a while. Not only that, man, but I went on my summer vacations, and I was going on long walks, and was running around in the mountains, and took a nice trip with my wife, and we 7 days, man, of just like I felt good. I just felt good at this age to still be so active, and that's just what I've been telling everybody. Atlantic Men's Clinic works. It works unbelievable. You're going to get great results. Atlantic Men's Clinic takes care of ED and low T. I tell them, everybody, they do it a professional way. They do all the testing for you, the PSA test. Not only that, you meet with their professionals, and they put you on a program that's perfect for you. And that's what I really like. 7 locations, a brand new one in Hollywood that you're really going to like, man. Again, great people, great results waiting for you. But you got to set up that first appointment. It's the most important one. 877-455-7300. Go down and meet with them. Find out what they have to say, and then jump on the program and get ready for great results fast. That's what it's all about. You want to turn back the clock, have more energy, get your sex drive back, and chase that little lady around? Atlantic Men's Clinic. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com and get more information today.
WQAM, broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Shop massive savings on a massive Chevy inventory, all backed by Morse at Ed Moore Sawgrass Chevrolet. Visit EdMooreSawgrassChevrolet.com. Chevy, find new roads. This hurricane season, keep it on AM 560 Sports WQAM. For hurricane coverage as we partner with CBS Ford to bring you the latest storm information. Hurricane coverage on WQAM comes from the Paul Baines Roofing Hurricane Center, serving Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach. Whether it's a new roof, repair, or 24/7 emergency service.
I'm Paul. Give me a call
at 954-981-7663 or paulbainesroofing.com.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Loctite Impact, South Florida's top-rated impact windows, doors, and roofing provider with thousands of 5-star reviews.
Ed Morse has been family-owned for over 75 years, and Ed Morse Sawgrass Buick GMC has 22 acres of vehicles waiting for you with unbeatable savings, all backed by Morse. Visit edmorsesawgrass.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
a little Yankees and Marlins baseball, maybe more than my wife would have appreciated at the time. Speaking of that, the skipper, Clayton McCullough, Marlins manager, will join us. Pumped up, man. Good, really. You know what? Remember Woody a couple months ago? We had him on and go, man, there's just something different about your team, the way you guys play. They're fun to watch. They play the game the right way for that people that still care, that they're well coached. They're developing. They got it. By the way, they got a pitching rotation right now. A lot of teams in baseball would like to have. They got 3 guys 3 nights in a row that throw at 97, 98 miles an hour. They like that. So anyway,
you know what tonight is? Tonight is Bark at the Park.
Is it?
Yeah. You can go sit in the upper deck and bark. And also $1 kids tickets tonight.
Man. So all right.
They got stuff all week. Let me hear this one Tuesday.
What do you got Tuesday?
I moved to Tuesday. We got first 5,000 fans receive an LED blue bracelet. Enjoy autograph signing opportunities with Billy the Marlin. A variety of prizes and giveaways at the ADT pop-up space located near Section 17. Taco Tuesday as well.
Taco Tuesday, always good on Tuesday. Nothing wrong with that, brother.
And then Wednesday's the 4 for 44.
Oh, that's a great one, by the way. That is that's a good one. You're right.
There you go, man.
Yeah, I forgot about
Salute
that.
and Serve Day, by the way, is on Tuesday.
Okay.
First responders, active military, veterans, fire rescue, police, and healthcare professionals. 2 comp tickets at the box office.
All right. Good stuff, Woody. Good stuff. I'm glad you did that. I am. I'm glad we
it's a good product to promote right now.
We hit that one, man. I tell you, that nobody gets excited in professional sports. You go, hey, your team's back at 500. But from where they were and what was expected of this team to be sitting here now at 55-55.
People said they were going to lose, 100 games?
No, they're not losing.
It seems unlikely, yeah.
They keep playing. You know what? All of a sudden you get, now again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself but you get 8, 9, 10 games over 500. You don't do it overnight. You win 2 out of 3, you're not going to win every series, but you just stay away from the long losing streaks. And they have what, 8-game winning streak, 5-game, a couple of 4-game winning streaks. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. A lot of good stuff. And then my man, Jack McCann. I love Jack McCann when he was around. Gosh, that Yankee series, speaking of Yankees, that Yankee series in the World Series.
That was an all-timer.
Jack McCann, everything he did worked. He was going to church, coming out of church. The big man was giving him some ideas, and he goes, you know what? Josh Beckett's going to pitch on 6th game. I know he's supposed to pitch the 7th game. I asked him how he feels. I feel like let's just get this thing over with. Remember all the criticism he took? Jack goes, hey, don't worry about it, man. I've been going to church every day. I'm good. It worked. Everything. Starting pitchers were relief pitching. Every guy he put in utility hit a double. I mean, it was like, man, Jack, you're rolling the hot dice. So anyway, it was cool to see Jack McCann out there and stuff. So that was a nice moment. That was and fun moment for me. People always ask, hey, what's some of the fun things you've done since working in sports and radio and TV? And that 6-game series with the Yankees is right up there. Right there, right up there.
I think most fans would agree with you. Even my age, that thing was awesome. It was when we were in high school.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That
right
stuff
around
was
the time the Dolphins won their last playoff game. Right? Speaking of that, Joe, our training camp reports on WQAM are sponsored by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges.
You're a bad guy.
MDCPS Technical Colleges offer over 60 affordable accredited programs, day or evening, hands-on training aligned with local employers. Call 305-558-8000 or visit careerinayear.com and launch your future today.
This week coming up, and by the way, this week goes right into next week because the team's not coming home. They're going to Chicago Wednesday night, and they're not coming home till the following Saturday night. So they will be on the road. This first time it's ever happened. I can remember team not coming home in between. They're going to have the practices against each other. And so we're going to know a lot about the cornerback position, the tackle position, because they are going to be going against the ones and the twos against the twos, and the practices, and everybody get evaluated almost like a preseason game for those. But then on top of that, the preseason games still matter. They do. Because the Dolphins got to figure out how many guys do you have that you really want to keep. You're not going to keep a guy if you're not going, well, he's got a chance to get better. If the guy is just, this is what he is, you got to get rid of him. Got to find 53 guys and get set. And I'm guessing we could pick up 2, 3, 4 guys after the final cuts are made from other teams. You might trade for a guy in there too if you think he's got a chance to make a difference. Usually, if I'm taking a guy and I'm trading for a guy, team's loaded at one position where you're not, cornerback or tackle, then, which by the way, everybody's looking for cover, corners, and extra tackles, so let's not get carried away about that. But you might trade a 6th or 7th round pick. You might do it. But we're going to find out, man. We're going to find out about Storm Duck, Kendall Sheffield, Cornell Armstrong, Mike Hilton, Jack Jones, the list, Ethan Bonner. All those guys are going to get a chance. Even Cam Smith if he comes back and he's not hurt. I got to tell you, though, if I'm Cam Smith and I know I'm already on double secret probation, I don't know this soft tissue thing, but that soft tissue better turn into hard tissue real quickly because your ass needs to get back out on that field. That thing about you being a second-round pick, that's running out real fast. That thing's running out.
Is that how that works with the tissue?
Soft tissue. I don't even know what soft. I never heard soft tissue when I was playing.
You said you hope it goes from soft to hard.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
I don't know, but I never heard of soft tissue when I played. That soft tissue is brand new. I'll tell you what else is new.
When you played, though.
No, but I never heard of like, oh, he's got soft tissue. Did I sprain my ankle?
We need hard tissue.
And you know, the other thing I never heard of was a high ankle sprain versus the regular. Like, you sprained your ankle, it's just sprained. So I didn't know about all that stuff. Hey, we've got to go to break here. We got 9 o'clock hour. Skip's going to join us. Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to having Clayton McCall on with us, Marlins manager. When we come back, we'll have that for you. So stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
This fall, the Sandman
55. Next up, the Astros will head to town for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. Over to the Dolphins, who are able to come to terms on a 3-year extension with Zach Sieler, paying him almost $68 million, with 44 of that guaranteed, making him the highest paid defensive player on the team. And the Canes will continue training camp in Coral Gables this morning. We will be taking the show on the road, broadcasting live from Canes camp on Thursday morning. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
Strikeouts for this Marlins pitching staff today. How fun are these guys to watch? 2-2 to Volpe. Over!
And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
Tell you what, it's been a long time since we talked about a series sweep like that. Maybe the most impressive going back a long, long time for me. We bring in Clayton McCullough, Marlins manager right now. Skipper, first of all, congratulations. Clayton, it was fantastic.
Thanks a lot. It was an incredibly fun weekend.
I comments when Alcantara really made it clear after the trade deadline, this is where he wanted to be. I just thought it was so cool to hear a guy that potentially is on his way maybe to being what he was before. And also I can tell he loves being around some of the other young pitchers that are on this staff. But his comments kind of like, it made me feel good, like, hey, right back in it. The big guy's ready to go.
Yeah, he walked in with a big smile on his face on Friday, and nothing had to be said, you know, just a quick hug and still here. Because he gets into it. So much of it is certainly out of the players, most of them is control, what can go down. You think about Sandy, all he's done for this franchise to this point, and fortunate that he's still here to continue to add to his legacy as a Marlin. Your family's here. You start to have roots, and he's much beloved in our clubhouse, this community, and I know for him, he's just ready now to be able to continue to put his, focus and energy on pitching well and helping us win games.
Your whole coaching staff has just been phenomenal, and I'm just going by results of these guys really coming into their own. Cabrera and Perez, they almost look like the same guy when they're out there pitching. I know it's different. I know everybody's got a little different stuff, but they throw it hard. They're getting their pitches over. Just fun to watch the way. How do you explain it? I know they're healthy. That's a big part of this, but both those guys having such great success right now.
I think I start with Cabby, and I remember being on the other side, and we'd face Cabby, and you'd go in, and no one really wanted to hit against Cabby. I mean, the stuff is nasty with the velocity he throws his two-seamer and his changeup. He's got the ability to spin the ball. It was more that hang in there, at some point you kind of let Cabby, lose control a little bit of his pitches, and you can get him out of there early. And so it was taking this, extremely talented, full arsenal of pitches, and just, Cabby committing to pounding the strike zone. And really he's done it. That's been the turnaround. He is just totally committed to throwing strikes, and he's lowered his walk rate, his career, from what his career rate was this year down substantially. And this guy in the strike zone is just hard to square up consistently. He's going to give up some hits, but when he's not limiting free passes and he's getting ahead of hitters with a wide array of above average pitches, he's thrown his curveball more. So it's a young man. We called him at a great time where he's starting to realize a lot of the potential. At some point you need to turn that potential into performance. And this was his time to, take this next step in his career and, go do it and stop being the guy that is, what could have been, and go see if you can do it. And now when Cabby goes out there, we expect to get the performances like we've been getting. It's been 13, 14, 15 starts, it feels like, in a row where, he has gone out there and, filled up the strike zone, got deep into games, and has remained committed to, flooding the strike zone and being okay with giving up hits.
So going back to this Yankee thing, game 2 was, the comeback was phenomenal, down 6-0 and down 9-4, but we're kind of used to this with this team. But with the Yankees in town and more than 100,000 fans showing up to the 3 games, watching the way you guys came back was phenomenal. But for me, Ramirez hitting a couple of home runs make the difference in that game on the team that traded him. That's got to be pretty cool. I know, and I'm not taking shots. It's just it had to be pretty cool that he does it against his former team, huh?
Oh, it always means a little more. Guys will try to play it down when you do something special against your former team. You have a little bit. There's a little bit more, in those kind of revenge games. And you think the first night he's the hero on a ball that went 7 feet, and the next day, he hits 2 missiles out of there for our only runs. He's had a great year, and I know it felt good for him to perform well and come up big against his former organization.
So I got to ask you about the play that everybody's talking about, because it's been more, as you know, the Yankees are just getting blasted up there, and the Marlins are just quietly sitting back here, right back in the wild card, back to 500 after being, I think, at one point 16 games below 500 to get back here with so many games left. You just got to be so juiced up. But I want to ask you, about Chisholm's play at second base. I heard what he said. I thought you're going to let it drop, and I wanted to give myself a chance that if they bounce and it bounced up high, I was going to get. I'm guessing you don't ever. That's not what you're thinking. You stay close to that base, right? So that doesn't happen. Is that help me out a little bit?
I would imagine, yeah, the double play, the way it ended up turning out, I think was probably worst possible outcome.
Right.
I mean, certainly they'd rather have Jazz at first. We'd rather have Goldschmidt at first. So there is the possibility that X could, let that ball drop, switch out the runners.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the off chance that you're trying to get into a spot that the ball kicks far enough away from X to move up. I mean, I think that's probably a risk defensively be willing to take, feeling like that the likelihood of that happening and someone running, 75 feet before you can get the ball and throw it to second. I totally understand. And Jazz is smart. I mean, he knew what was going on. I mean, you got to give Jazz credit for that. He knew what was going on. He was just doing his best to, kind of have his cake and eat it too. Be able to get back if it's caught. And sometimes it's easy to get lost on the field by, a few feet. And that's kind of all it took. And X's ability to quickly just, survey the scene and make that decision in real time. And the quick exchange, it was, great play by X. I think that you getting doubled off is certainly not the outcome that you'd want there, even if you're thinking through the play as Jazz was.
So I'm guessing now you get everybody together and, hey, let's just be on the same page about how we're going to handle this. Is that something I'm guessing, right? Everybody will be talking about that play because it was talked about so much.
I think the beauty of our sport is, plays across baseball every night, like you can take something from.
Right.
So yes. And like you want to be able to weaponize it for yourself potentially and use it advantageously. And then also conversely be able to ensure that we aren't potentially, setting ourselves up for, some possible downside. So yes, things we'll talk about, but I think there's a lot of plays that go on and we bring those to light with the group. And the more we can just talk baseball, talk situations with our group, like we love that. And we think it's a really important thing because at the end of the day, they have to be able to think on their feet out on the field, but it is our job to just help spur some of these conversations and bring awareness to, the game and playing to the scoreboard.
Clayton, you ever think we get back to 55 and 55? I didn't think there was any chance at one point did you be back at this number, especially everybody talking before the year like, hey, it's going to be a little growth in here. You guys going to have to be patient, give us some time. And here you are, man. It's incredible what you've been able to do last month and a half.
Well, thank you. I think we're so focused on we needed to play better. Like in a lot of areas. We felt like we had a talented group and we needed to, especially on the pitching end, we felt like coming out of spring, we had talented arms that had really good stuff. And early on, we just didn't throw enough strikes. We walked too many people. We put ourselves in bad counts. And, it was part of just a lot of learning curve. And they really tightened it up. We've been one of the better, if not the best strike throwing group from a walk standpoint for now for a couple months. And then we've seen now how their performance has trended with, high talented individuals that are giving themselves a chance to have success by pounding the strike zone and in other areas as well. We just needed to play better. So I think so much of our attention was on, we need to keep our side clean. We need to tighten it up. We need to, we need to be better today than we were, continue to just move forward and just try to play better and compete every day. Like that was something that I'm proud of. That hasn't really wavered from opening day until now is how we've just played through games and continued to fight no matter what. And, you're the beneficiary of that now when you're in these close games. It feels like almost every single day. And, you just keep the pressure on people all game long and you never quit. Getting back to 500, it's great. For me, we're looking at like what it's taken us to get here. I think we've earned this because we've played a very high quality brand of baseball now for almost 50 games. And like it's okay, what do we do now? It's okay. 500, everyone's telling us what a great job. And, we thought you'd be this. And we haven't worried about that, all year. This is not the time to do this. Like we need to go out today and if you don't continue to play well and we don't come with the same sense of urgency each day that we've had, we're gonna put ourselves in a tough spot. Like, this league is too good. And so it's been a very enjoyable time with our group, watching them grow. And we know we have a lot of work left. And if we take our foot off the gas, you can be humbled very quickly in this league.
Clayton, on top of everything else, you're putting some new guys in there that are getting their first hits in the major leagues in these huge games, and they're coming through. It's got to be special for you to know and to trust those guys and put them out there to be a big part of this series as well.
Absolutely. That's been the beauty of this year. I mean, the amount of major league debuts, the amount of individuals that took a really winding path and spent a long time in the minor leagues before they were able to get up here. Like, it's cool to be a part of that. And, like, how much that means to them and their families, like they're major league players. And recently, Troy Johnston, to have and log as many years in AAA as Troy has, and, be knocking on the door, I'm sure on a number of occasions felt like this is my time and it doesn't happen, but to just stick with it. And now here's Troy in the big leagues, helping make an impact for us. He's had, already a couple hits, big hit yesterday. He can play first, can play both corners. Guys love Troy, a lot of energy. Jacob Marcy, acquired last year, I believe in the Arise trade. High, strong plate discipline, can steal bases, adds another element of athleticism. Him and Troy both do to our group. And he's got off to a really great start his first 3 games from a bat quality standpoint. So we're the beneficiaries of a lot of great work from our group in player development, the scouting group, whether that be amateur and pro. Like, it takes everyone for this thing to work. And, we're going to need, and we know, to continue to get players to come up through our system. Yeah. And the ones that we acquire, we need to help get better. The ones that we draft, we need to help get better. And then, Joe, when they do arrive here, like, we have to continue to push them to get better. So exciting when, you guys come up, especially this time of year, it's an infusion of a different kind of energy, right? Guys are excited for them. It's all about winning. And, we've been the beneficiaries of some really talented young players coming up here.
Well, I'll tell you what a story to tell a young guy. Hey, come on up. We got Yankees and then the Astros in town here for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let's go get them, man. Teams that think they got a chance to go all the way. Clayton, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you coming on. What a friggin' great story. Just, man, I had a good feel about the way you guys are playing. I had no idea this was going to happen. So keep it going, and thank you so much.
Of course, Joe. Thanks for having me.
All right. No, thank you for coming on. Clayton McCullough, Marlins manager, joining us here on Sports Radio 560 WQAM. Yeah, man. Great story. Back to 500. Through at the Astros, you get a chance to go out. We'll be telling you more about the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series coming up here. I do want to talk to you about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage for just a second here, man. Oh, that man has been working. People, why would I go with Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage? And I said, well, got a lot of experience. He works 7 days a week. He's getting deals done. He's setting you up to get approved, getting all the paperwork done on a Saturday or Sunday where you're shopping for that first home. And by the way, he's got so many great programs out there. If you've been declined by the banks, he's got a way of getting things done. He gets you pre-approved, takes care of everything. First-time home buyer programs he's put together to help you get back in the game. So when you find a place you like, you've been approved to get the place you want. And if you've been losing out on that, call Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. He can take care of that for you. He's also got a great program for seniors to convert your home equity into money. And this has been a really popular one here in South Florida. Hard money loans. Basically, you've already got all these properties out there. You want to get some more properties. You can take some of that money out and just keep buying more and more properties. This is some of the things Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage has been doing for a long, long time. More than 30 plus years. The man is always working. He works 7 days a week, and he's got great programs going to get you the best rates. Call or text him 561-441-2730. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Good.
What do you do,
Very
though?
passionate about
What do you
that.
do? Like, seriously, you know, all my kids got, they've done it, but like if I had one that didn't like it.
I'm with you on this one, actually. I am with you because college is also very expensive.
We got this set up. I friggin' hate this thing. The
camera that's in your face.
Oh my God. Friggin' goes that way and follows me out and then doesn't come back with me. And
a lot of head to follow.
Yeah. That is, if you're wondering what this thing is, it's a size 8. Not more, just an 8.
You going to promote this thing too? Are you on YouTube now?
I'm on YouTube.
We both are.
Who drafted Cam Smith? That would be Chris Greer.
Are you reading the comments on there?
I'm just curious. Oh, they're all on the Cam thing. I didn't realize.
Well, they're all from Cap for Life.
Oh, that's all Cap.
He's found a new.
I didn't see all the names.
Way to get to you.
Hey, man. Hey,
he's wild.
Hey, by the way, Chris, a GM. You can't be GM part-time with just when something good happens. You got to be GM for everything. You're responsible as GM for everything, including a 53-man roster. Check that, the 90-man roster that we have right now, and trying to figure out in 53, do you have a good 53? Are you deep 53? Or you got to go get some guys somewhere else and try to find a Zach Sieler of the world, which that doesn't happen very often. But that's a hell of a get. Congratulations to Zach Sieler, man, who's at practice. I'm guessing everybody's pretty fired up for him. And just the way he handled it, man. It was all about the way he handled it. And by the way, nobody was surprised. Everybody said this. Nobody ever said, well, we won't see Zach. The question was, would he do every drill? That was the only one I had. He was with Christian Wilkins, and we saw what Christian did. Zach was out there working, and Christian goes, not this drill. I'm not doing this one. That guy did everything. Yeah. Took a chance. He did. He goes, nope. Prayed on it. Talked to my wife about it. Talked to my family about it. My agent, obviously, Drew Rosenhaus. By the way, Drew has had how many? A
lot.
Like you go, I didn't know you represented him.
Yeah.
I didn't know you represented that guy. I didn't know you represented that guy. I didn't know. So yeah, he's at Mike Hilton's his guy. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Minka Fitzpatrick switched over.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Minka's with while you were gone. Minka
okay.
left his agent and went with Drew, to when the trade took place. So
I would sign with
Zach
Drew
Sieler
if I was a player.
I think he's really good at what he does.
Yes. You want a couple of texts real quick, by the way?
Yeah, what do you have?
Things flying in here this morning. 305 says if Joe was honest, he would admit that the Marlins are closer to winning a championship than the Dolphins. I don't think that's I don't know. That's a toughie. The fact we have to think about it is not ideal, but
no, I don't think it's two different sports. But look, this story is great, but completely different. So actually, they kind of got rid of all the guys we're talking about basically have been guys through trades. They got rid of guys. They got rid of all these guys to get young prospects who maybe played a little bit in the big leagues, but not much that they really liked. And Kyle Stowers, the first guy that jumps out, and Ramirez, a catcher, is the second one from the Yankees deal. And we tried to get rid of guys and get draft picks. Mm-hmm. And then build it back up, which to me has been okay, but didn't work where you're hoping to get it to. Listen, we're not three teams. We're not Kansas City. We're not Baltimore. And we're not Buffalo.
We know.
All right.
Texter said maybe after the season, McDaniel can enroll in trade school. And then maybe ended on this one here. Mr. Rose might not recall having soft tissue problems. Then he says, but Mrs. Rose.
Mrs. Rose did.
Yeah.
She's making an excuse. Oh, honey, don't worry. You're probably tired. You're stressed out.
Yeah.
See, people laugh at you, man. You try to open.
That's very mean-spirited, to be honest. But
I think it's
you're all
hilarious.
hard tissue now, though. You're
Oh, boy, I'm back to hard tissue.
Yeah, good.
I don't know if it's good at this age to be full of hard tissue or not.
Well, we don't
Well,
even
you
know what
guys
it
are
is, so.
you guys are bad human beings, man. But that's very funny.
Yeah, that's when your doctor friends. Can we get to the bottom of this tissue thing? Because I'm only going by what you say, because I know you're friends with a lot of doctors. You said it's better to have hard tissue than soft tissue.
No, I was being a smart ass. I just never heard of soft tissue when
didn't
we
know.
used to
Okay.
sprain our ankle.
Okay.
I mean, I hurt my ankles all the time. Matter of fact, we did. You know what happened? Some of our guys decided not to tape. It was mandatory to tape your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sprain your ankle and the trainer goes, uh-oh. And he's down there helping you and you're sitting down there and it's swelling up and you're going, shoot. I got to tell Coach Shula you didn't tape your ankle. I was like, oh, no, God, you have to tell him. I promise it'll never happen again. Hey, we got more stuff to get to here. Omar Kelly is going to join us from the Miami Herald. Talk a little bit about the Miami Dolphins and some different positions like cornerback, like you haven't heard enough about it, or something now that Austin Jackson's down, some of the offensive tackles that'll be filling in over the next couple of weeks. That's coming up next. Stay with us.
How'd you like to see the Zach Brown Band at the Sphere in Las Vegas this December? So easy to enter. Log on to the Odyssey app and listen